Hi, I'm Owen Critchley, and I'd like to tell you about Easy Home Recording Blueprint and how it could be a game changer for your music career. It's being called the simple, perfect method. Easy Home Recording Blueprint shows home recording artists like you how to make hit quality recordings at home, easier, faster, and cheaper than they ever thought possible. The idea for Easy Home Recording Blueprint came when I was signed to Warner Brothers because of some home recordings I had made. I remember thinking, great. What I didn't know was that things were about to get really complicated and expensive. You see, the way it works is the record label wants to choose the studio that they send their artists to. And these studios cost anywhere from $50 to $250 an hour. I was surprised when all this studio time was charged to me. It was in the record contract, but I guess I didn't read that part. I decided I didn't want to spend thousands of dollars every time I wanted to record a few songs. I thought, why can't I record at home like I used to? Those home recordings that I did, they got me signed in the first place and they sounded great. And I used to record whenever I wanted. So I decided to start recording at home again. Only this time, I was going to make things real simple. I didn't want a mountain of recording equipment between me and my songs. Believe me, I've been in enough studios to know that I hate all the time spent messing around with equipment. I just knew I could get the sound I wanted without a lot of studio toys and equipment. Maybe I was naive, but I decided to go for it. But I didn't tell any of the label guys or the producers that I work with what I was planning. I decided to let my recordings speak for themselves. That was when Easy Home Recording Blueprint was really born. I started planning the absolute simplest way I could get professional quality sound at home. I simplified it, and then I simplified it some more. I must admit, when I looked at my new setup, even I thought I might be a little crazy. I was about to record songs for some pretty heavy hitters in the record business using my home computer, free recording software, 3 cables, 2 mics, and no extra hardware. No mixing boards, nothing. The only extra little thing I put in was an input-output box and, of course, my speakers. But I was determined. So I took a deep breath, and I repeated the phrase I had always told myself. Making great sounding recordings is not rocket science. Making great sounding recordings isn't rocket science. Making great sounding recordings is not rocket science. So began my test. I recorded 5 new songs in my astonishingly simple home studio using the easy recording methods I was counting on. Yeah, I was counting on them to get me out of the expensive recording studios and insane amounts of home recording equipment. The Easy Home Recording Blueprint was about to be tested on some of the best ears in the business. I knew my methods would be literally a fraction of the work-in price. But would the pros notice? What would they say? Well, here's what happened. When I played the new songs that I'd recorded, not one of the industry guys could tell I had changed my studio or the way I was recording. In fact, 3 of the songs were used right away in film and TV projects. Like I said, I did not tell these industry folks any of this, and my new simple recording methods have been my little secret. Well, until now, anyway. Here's what some of the folks said after they heard my stuff. The president of Warner Brothers said, wait a minute, let me get this straight. You recorded 2 versions of this song, one you recorded in the studio we sent you to, and one you recorded at home, and you're telling me that I just picked the one you did at home? Holy cow, how the heck did you manage that? Okay, so Brian Gardner, he's an incredible mastering artist who works with No Doubt and Black Eyed Peas, etc. He listened to some of my stuff and he said, oh, and the tunes sound great. Sounds like somebody really knows what they're doing. Mind me ask me what studio we recorded them in? I didn't really tell him. I did them at home. And then one of those tunes got a Billboard award, and they just put in recognition of your recording of Before the Waves Come. Only the highest quality songs make it to the top. This honor demonstrates the talent and dedication it takes to write a hit song. So that was nice. And that was one of those tunes that I had done in this new simple setup. So let's talk about how the Easy Home Recording Blueprint will work for you, and how the recording blueprint method will immediately change your home recording future. Number 1, make great sounding records at home easily. No more spending a ton of money on equipment or recording software. Submit your music with confidence for opportunities like film, TV, record labels, or song contests, or whatever. Release your music to thousands of fans worldwide. We'll talk about more about that in a minute. The first part is